Welcome to another Mr. Watson YouTube video. Please comment down below if you would like to see another topic or question explained. Please check the video description for more information. In this video, we're going to be looking at factorising quadratics again. To start off with, have a go at factorising these 5 examples here. Skip to the end of the video for the answers once you've had a go. If you've got all of the answers correct, then this video isn't for you. But if you have made any mistakes, then please do watch the rest of the video, and hopefully by the end of it you'll be able to answer them correctly. Okay, so let's do a quick recap from the last video. So let's try and factorise these two here. So we'll start with this example first. So it's just a simple x squared term at the front, so 2 brackets that both have just a single x. And this one will be the same as well, so I'll just do that as well. Okay, so we need 2 numbers that times together to give 1. Well, 1 is very easy. Now, we need to decide what signs go here. Well, this here is positive, so if that's positive, these both have to be positive or both be negative. And since this here is positive, they both have to be positive. Okay, because plus 1 times x is plus x, and then plus 1 times x is plus another x, so plus x is plus 2x, and positive 1 times positive 1 is positive 1. So that's the first one. Second one here. Okay, well, we need factors of 8, so 1 and 8, 2 and 4. There is no way whatsoever that you can rearrange 1 and 8, by having 1 being positive, 1 being negative, then both positive, then both negative. There's no way there that you can get negative 2. So the correct factors to use here are 2 and 4. These need to multiply together to give negative 8, so one of them must be negative and one of them must be positive. Since this middle term here is minus 2x, that means that the larger of these 2 factors will be the negative one, because minus 4 plus 2 gives us minus 2. So that's what I demonstrated in the previous video. Now in this video we're going to look at examples like this. So, sorry, I've still got a bit of a cough. So in this video, this is going to be the main focus, where the coefficient of the x squared term is negative 1. I will have another video where we look at coefficients other than 1, but not this video. Okay, so similar kind of thing, we still have x's. We need factors of 48. Now, when you have a number like this, we need 2 numbers that times together to give us 48, but add together to give negative 2. So what we're looking for here is numbers that are quite close together in size. So if I just say here what the answer is, the answer here is 6 and 8. The answer is not 1 and 48. 1 and 48 here, these are very far apart. There is no possible way here that you could add these or subtract them in such a way to get negative 2. The same for 2 and 24. Okay, there's no possible way there that you're going to get them to add or subtract together to give minus 2. So when this number is significantly larger than this one, you're looking for numbers that are quite close together. So that should help you find the correct factors a little bit more easily. Now, we've already decided there that the numbers are 6 and 8 because I said that's the answer. Now most people here aren't very comfortable with all these minuses. So what you can do is you can get rid of the minuses. You can times everything here by minus 1 and say that that will be positive x squared, positive 2x, but then negative 48. And we focus on factorising this. So This term here was negative, so one of these numbers must be negative and one must be positive. Well, which way round do they go? Well, the positive 2x there tells us that the larger of the two factors is positive, because positive 8x times x is positive 8x, minus 6 times x is minus 6x. So 8x subtract 6x is positive 2x. So this here is this factorised, but we don't want this. We want this instead. So what have we done there? Well, we've simply got that times by negative 1 to take us back to our original example. So that's what we do with this. We just times it by negative 1. And there we go. Minus x plus 8, x minus 6. And that's that first example. Let's look at another example. Let's try minus x squared minus 11x minus 28. So first thing to do is to times everything by minus 1. So we have x squared plus 11x plus 28. And then we focus on factorising this. It's simply x squared, so x and x. Factors of 28, well, 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. So 1 and 28, there's no possible way there that you can add or take away those numbers to make 11. Same for 2 and 14. Although 2 and 14 is quite close, you can get 12. So in this case it's 4 and 7. This number is positive, so they either both have to be positive or both be negative. They both have to have the same sign. This here is positive, so they must be both positive. This here is this factorised, but we don't want this factorised, we want this. So what do? Well, we just put the minus at the front again. I'll show another couple of examples of this. Let's try minus x squared plus 12x minus 35. So first step, times every term there by minus 1. So x squared minus 12x plus 35. We need factors of 35. So in this case here, if you're good with your times tables, all of these questions get a little bit easier. Factors of 35, 5 and 7. And as you can see here, you can add these together to give 12, so that's good. That's what we want. So both brackets are just going to involve x, 5 and 7. Positive here, so these both have to be the same sign. This here is negative, so they both must be negative. Remember not to skip this last step, it's very important. What we have done here is factorised this expression, but we want to factorise that. So we just put a minus in the front. And that's it. I'll do one more. Minus x squared plus 8x minus 12. Excuse me. Times everything by minus 1. Okay, factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. 1 and 12 can't make 8, neither can 3 and 4, so the correct solution there is 2 and 6. So x, 2, x, 6. Now we need to decide on the signs. Well, this is positive, so they both have to have the same sign. This is negative, so they are both negative. And remember, final step, put the negative at the front as well. And there we have it. So that's how you would factorise something there with a negative coefficient in front of the x squared. I have here some extra questions for you to try. Sorry about the crease in the paper there, but I have to be able to stand it up so that I can read it. So have a go there at the rest of those questions. Pause the video now because I'm going to flip the page over so that you can see the answers. And there are the answers. So at the start of the video I said attempt these questions. I said turn to the end of the video. You know, if you've got these answers correctly, then there is no need to watch this video. You're quite clearly capable of this topic. If you have made any mistakes though, then please check the answers here. If you can fix your mistake, no problem. Maybe it was just a silly mistake, that's fine. You still don't need to watch this video. But if you didn't know how to do those, maybe you've made lots of mistakes, then I advise you to watch this video.